Hello, and I hope this video finds you doing well. Let's take a quick look at the importance of the mouse pointer in Excel. It's easy to overlook it, and it has a lot of value and importance. Let's look at our worksheet now. When you go ahead and select a cell, you see that the cursor is a white plus sign. Hold down the left mouse button, and when you move the cursor, it's going to select those cells. Simple enough. Now, if we were to select a cell and move over the fill handle is in the bottom right-hand corner. It is the small square green box you see there. So let's move the cursor over the fill handle in the selected cell. The cursor changes to a black plus sign. When the cursor is in this shape and you drag, while you have selected a value in this case, it will simply copy that value. If you were to select a cell like week 1, Excel has some intelligence here. It recognizes that most likely, if you were to copy that cell, you wouldn't want to see week 1 repeated over every column. Instead, you would want this to say week 2, week 3, and week 4. When we move over the fill handle and copy, Excel does exactly that for us. The same will occur for a formula. If you click over this cell which has a formula in it, it happens to be, as you can see up here, the sum of the cells above it. This is column B. Column B for week 1 now that's our summary of our sum of these numbers, these values. If we were to copy this formula, Excel is smart enough when it copies that information. You now have the sum of week 2, the sum of week 3, and the sum of week 4. It modifies the cell addresses. We now are summing up cells C4 to C17. Here we're summing up D4 to D17, which is just what we would want. And here we have the sum of E4 to E17. Now, if you move the cursor toward the edge of a cell, cursor changes into a hand, and you can grab and move the contents. Let's look at what happens when you move the cursor into a object, like a chart. We click in this chart. You get a 4-headed arrow. If you were to hold down the left mouse button now, that is how you can move an object on a screen and placing it in different locations. If you were to move to these resizing handles here, squares on the edge, you get a double-headed arrow. You can then change the size of the object. Simple enough, but it's something that'll help you feel more comfortable with Excel. Well, I hope that's fun for you to see. I'll talk with you real soon.